So this year, more than any other, we've been questioning Mike Zimmer. And it's early. It's only 3 weeks in. I get that. But Zimmer has cultivated this reputation of being a cornerback guru, a cornerback whisperer. That's why, fans of the team, they wouldn't even blink when Zimmer's like, first round, second round, third round, corner, gimme, right? Because he won a Super Bowl with Deion Sanders, and also Terrence Newman was a stud in Dallas. I think he was like this number 5 or 7 overall pick, somewhere in there. Then, of course, Cincinnati, and then finishing up here with the Vikings. And then also got the best out of Pac-Man Jones in Cincinnati. Woo! But, maybe it's just that Deion Sanders and Terrence Newman are really good. Who knew? But you also look at the transformation of Xavier Rhodes into an all-pro. Rhodes Closed, and one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and he was phenomenal. Because remember, Xavier came in before Zimmer was here. He was a first-round pick, 2013. Leslie Frazier had him playing at Tampa 2, even though everyone and their mom knew that Xavier Rhodes was a man-to-man, belt-buckle to belt-buckle type cornerback. And then Zimmer helped turn Xavier into an absolute alpha. Cornerback 1, shadowing the other team's wide receiver 1, 3-time Pro Bowler, first-team All-Pro in 2017, and was amazing. And then his bank account caught the Holy Ghost with that 5-year, $70.1 million deal with $32.8 million guaranteed in 2017. Woo! And then, that's what happens after he got paid. Sort of laid down, right? So 2018 was bad. 2019 was worse. Last season was his worst season as a pro. 66 catches and 822 yards receiving allowed in coverage. 5 touchdowns on 79 targets. And the 79 targets should scare you because quarterbacks weren't afraid of Xavier Rhodes like they were in 2017. They're just like, hey, we're going to target you. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Deuces. And then, of course, Xavier Rhodes give up a big play, all of a sudden just limp off the field, then be back out there the next play or the next series, and you'd be like, wait a minute. Right. And also had 131.1 quarterback rating when thrown at, had 10 penalties, squabbling with teammates, yelling at Harrison about coverage and all that stuff. So it was just not great, right? And then also towards the end of last season, Mike Zimmer calling out Xavier about not earning his money. Yeah. So the writing was on the wall. There was a divorce coming up. The Vikings cut Rhodes this off season, saving $8.1 million in cap space. And then he signed a pretty small, paltry 1-year, $3 million deal with the Colts. And you're like, okay. Okay, it's whatever. But trust in Zim. New defensive backs. A first-round pick and El Jefe Gladney. Cameron Dantzler, come on down. Harrison Hand, fifth-round pick, sure. Mike Hughes, former first-round pick. Holton Hill. They can step in. They'll be good to go. But then you look at Indianapolis through 3 weeks, which we obviously did week 2. But through 3 weeks, Xavier Rhodes is PFF's number 1 graded cornerback in the NFL at 89.0. And this is uber frustrating because for so many years, PFF hated Xavier Rhodes. They absolutely despised him. Like he was like the 20th graded cornerback in the league 2017 when he was first team All-Pro. Now, a lot of it was PFF's grading system at the time, really heavily penalized for penalties, ironically enough. That's potentially changed, but also, Xavier's played great recently. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his 2-interception game, week 3 against the Jets, but of course you're playing the Jets. Week 2 against the Vikings, he in coverage against Thielen, he held Thielen without a catch, as well as the only target that came his way, he broke up. So he had a phenomenal game against the Vikings. So was Zimmer wrong? Was Mike Zimmer wrong about one of his precious cornerbacks? Was he wrong about Rhodes open? Were they actually still Rhodes closed? Are the rumors of Xavier's demise greatly exaggerated? He is only 30 years old. No, it's rough. But couple things at play here. So number one, this is sort of like the Diggs deal, where you understood that initially there was going to be a step back, right? As young kids, Gladney, Dantzler, Hughes, and Holton Hill would be a while to step back up. And Xavier Rhodes, even though he was often injured here with the Vikings and very ineffective, so much so that Zimmer changed up scheme, playing a lot more zone as opposed to what Xavier Rhodes is really great at, man-to-man coverage, as well as rotating cornerbacks like this was a 6th grade, everyone gets to play a Pee-wee football game, right? And so, yeah, it was going to take a little step back. Xavier Rhodes, prideful guy, a veteran. Maybe he'd do okay in the AFC South for the Colts for a while. And also, if the Vikings had kept Xavier Rhodes on the books, it probably means no Jeff Gladney, probably means potentially no Cameron Dantzler, as well as he was not interested in a pay cut, and he would have been $13 million plus on the books for the salary cap, and it probably would have prevented the Vikings from potentially franchise tagging Anthony Harris or even extending Dalvin Cook. So it is a little bit of give and take there. Also, Xavier got to play the Jets and Kirk Cousins. So, I mean, sample size and schedule, bro. So Rhodes may be closed again. They may be reopened throughout the season. We'll see as he gets a little bit more mileage on the tires. But, I mean, it just stings right out of the gate. It does, because you see Everson doing okay in Dallas. You see Diggs doing well in Buffalo. You see former Vikings everywhere just doing things. Well, Xavier, fast start, as well as the Vikings cornerback struggling. It is what it is at this point. But again, get back to me at the end of the season. Get back to me in 3 years, and then we'll see if the Zimmer was really wrong about Xavier Rhodes. But your thoughts? Zimmer right or wrong about Rhodes Closed? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol. Production value.